Okay guys, hello and welcome to another tutorial of CS 1.6. This time we are going to try to install AMX Mod X, and let's hope that this time I won't select the wrong folder for the video and that I will do the correct steps I wanted to do in the first place. But let's start with an important thing, which is the documentation. In case you want to make plugins for yourself, you kind of want to read the whole documentation. I mean, not entirely, but the things you need. And also, it's quite important to understand the basics for AMX Modix, like adding a plugin, compiling it, because some plugins will only have scripts, and you will need to install the plugins yourself. But these things we are going to discuss in this video, so no worries guys, I'm here to do that with you. So the first things first, let's actually install the installer. Yeah, I know what I said, and it's correct what I said, because that thing will install the AMX Modix in another place. So AMX Mod X, okay, open, save. This is the place I'm looking for, and yeah, opening when compile. Okay, so click on next, I accept. Okay, this is important, let's not screw this again, and I will choose this one. This is the folder I want AMX Modix to be installed in, and I'll hit OK and next. And after that, it's going to be installed, and it's done. I don't want to run AMX Modix installer yet, so I'll click Finish. And you have the AMX Modix Studio here. What is that thing doing? Well, basically with that thing you will be able to make your own plugins for games like CS 1.6, what's else, Team Fortress, I guess 1, Day of Defeat if I'm correct, if it's the game, and some others. Basically it's just a scripting language in which you can write your own plugins. You will kind of need to document yourself, and if you know some programming, it will be quite easier for you to make the plugins. But besides that, let's minimize that for now, and actually let's use the folder AMX Modix. And here we have the installer. This is what I was talking about. So this thing, AMX Modix installer, this thing just installed these things. You understand what I'm saying? So basically I don't need that anymore. Okay, so the installer will just install AMX Modix in whatever CS folder you want to have, so you can run it multiple times, I guess. Okay, so we do have the installer, and yeah, you can actually read the wizard guide yourself, but I'm just going to assume you're doing that with me. And I'll hit next. Yes, it's important to also read that thing, read that as a lecture in case you didn't read that. Hit next. Okay, so this is an important step because I was confused at first on which place should I install that thing. So, Steam dedicated server, no, because we are not using Steam. Steam listen server, again, no, because we are not using any kind like that. Standalone server, I don't know for certain what that is, but the thing I found working, for me at least, was select mod directory, and that thing is used if you have your server on other computer than you are currently using right now. And yeah, I'm just going to select mod directory and hit next. And this step is important because from what I understood, you have to click on that plus and then go on that folder without making it a plus like I did right now, and you just have to hit C strike, just like that, and you want your game add-on to be on Counter-Strike selected. Yeah, these were the games I was talking about. So I want my AMX Modix add-on to be for Counter-Strike 1.6, and I'll hit OK. I just made sure I selected that one, and I'll hit OK, and it says an AMX Modix installation was already detected. So what is it telling is that it has identified another version of AMX Modix installed. It's because Warzone has by default installed in itself the AMX Modix, but I do prefer however to install it my own so that other people who don't have AMX Modix installed by default to follow along. So yeah, let me read. If you choose to reinstall, your configuration files will be erased. Yes, I want to continue. So everything is wiped and clean now. We started from 0 right now. And after that we are going to click on finish. And right now we do have the AMX Modix thing. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So what is important about the files you just installed? Well, in here you do have your Counter-Strike 1.6 server, but let's try something. Okay, let me just put a random recon password. Yeah, 32, start server, and let's wait a bit. Starting dedicated server. And also, in case you get a message with public network or something, I highly suggest you to check the box. I mean, to have it selected, not unselected. And the reason is that you want your network to be identified if you are the server, because you want people to connect to you. That's the reason. Okay, so the configuration is pretty basic: the stats, the players, the bands, and the console. This is the important place we are going to try AMX Modix things in. So meta inf, no, I don't think it's meta inf. Let's actually consult the documentation and see what it is. I think it's troubleshooting. No? No. It's important to... Yeah, that's the place. So, meta list is the command we are going to look for. I was looking for that. But in case you type just meta and you don't know exactly what to look for, you can just read the documentation, because it will list the entire I don't know, commands, arguments, yeah, arguments. It will list the entire arguments for the command meta. Oh, so these are the actual commands. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so we are going with meta list, because we want to see the plugins loaded. And we will click on send. You can do that with enter as well. And the problem is that we only have dproto. I don't know what's dproto, but I guess it's something for servers. It's not AMX Modix related, and we need to make it related like. What are we going to do right now is actually close the server, and we are going in the Counter-Strike folder, C-Strike more exactly, and we're going in add-ons, and here you can see that in add-ons you have the proto, which was checked, and also AMX Modix, which for some reason it was not identified. And what are we going to do right now is just go in Metapod and look in plugins.ini, And here, let me explain you for a second what's going on. So basically, it will look for the proto DLL, which is located in that place. I mean, it's looking in add-ons, the proto DLL. So that is the way of mapping different add-ons. And here he found the DLL. Okay, so let's look in AMX Modix for the DLL, and I suppose it's in that place. And yeah, so there it is. Let's see if the path is correct, and it's add-ons, AMX Modix, DLLs, and it's correct, the name is correct, but what is going on? Well, the thing going on is that it was checked with a semicolon. Semicolons are used in that specific scripting language to comment different things. So, commented things are code that is sometimes documented or not wanted to be executed. In this time it's the latter version, so it will not be executed. So if we want to have the add-on installed, we just remove the semicolon, save the notepad. I guess you can use whatever text editor you want to, and I'll close it. And yeah, let's open the Half-Life dedicated server again. Yeah, the game is Counter-Strike. Start server. And this time, when okay, as you can see, it has added some plugins as well. Okay, so meta list. Right now you can see that it has the DLL installed, and I suppose if I just go with AMX plugins, I can see the plugins for AMX Modix. Yeah, so that's the way you can find your AMX plugins installed, and that's the way you run your server. And let's actually try it and see what is going on. Yeah, I'll remove that. Yeah, I have reinstalled the CS 1.6 because I wanted to record for the video. But besides that, let's see if the server is going to run. Yeah, I'm just going to make it to favorites. Okay, so the server is actually running. And let's try different commands. So, vote map. You cannot vote within 3 minutes of a new map, so it's working. But we don't have access to anything like that, and we are probably going to try these in the next video. Until then, I think you pretty much got everything set up as well. And in case you have questions, leave them in the comments, please. And if not, please just you know, hit the like, I guess, and comment and subscribe if you felt like you found something interesting for yourself. And that's it pretty much, guys. That's it. That's the way of doing the things. I mean, it's working. So yeah, see ya. Bye.